LA fucking with it, heavy. You know what I'm saying? The city love me, I love the city. I'm here for them. I'm representing for them, the whole LA. When I make music, I don't want to sound like nowhere else. I want to sound like LA, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about, you know, when I come out the house on the east side, 111, and I walk down the street, walk through the store, you know what I mean? I see certain people, you know what I mean? Just certain shit happening, you know, the gang shit, all the street shit. Like, I gotta make sure that I represent that shit right. I feel like it's my duty, my obligation to, you know, make sure it sound like LA, you know what I mean? Really just the art, like loving the art. Like I used to write poems and shit back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But I never used to tell nobody, cause you know, I'm on some gangster shit. But it was like street poetry type shit. Actually, when I had just got out of juvenile camp and shit, and I had books, notebooks and shit, but I wasn't telling nobody like, yeah, I'm writing raps and you know, little poems and shit. And the fucking POs went up in my homie house, and we had a big ass gang picture. He had it blew up in his house, and I'm smack dab in the front of the picture. So they come to my house, they snatch all my books and shit. The cops. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to do something good. Y'all take all my shit for trying to violate me and shit. But you know, I don't know if I was too shy or what to even say something, mention and shit. You know what I mean? Always been good with words, like writing and shit. You know what I'm saying? So. Just the art, and then I seen the shit was so close to me, like other artists coming up in the city and shit, and I'm rubbing shoulders with them, but I wasn't doing it. I'm just standing to the side watching, like, oh yeah, I could do this shit. Yeah, I wish I could still find them fucking some of them books. I probably could make me a nice little poetry book. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, I was actually into everything, you know what I mean? Like big on music. I used to wake up in my house and music be blasting and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like old school funk shit and R&B shit, on to fucking, like we was listening to Cash Money, No Limit, Jay-Z, you know what I mean? Just everything mashed into one, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like kind of like big on lyrics, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Nas, Sugar Free, E40, Too Short, just all the motherfuckers is dope, you know what I mean? Shit like Nas, like one of my favorite Nas joints is Street Dreams, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I was on a similar mission, but, you know, in LA, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that kind of like resonated with me, you know what I mean? Even though I caught on, it was already out by the time I caught on to it, you know what I'm saying? But that's definitely like one of my favorites, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a definite fact, you know what I'm saying, outside of me just naturally, you know, wanting my shit like this. But, you know, the first people I seen with it was like my older homies, and then my homie Lil Roach, rest in peace, who people say I favor like a lot, you know what I mean? He had a curl back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Before he died, he had a fade and shit, you know what I'm saying? We both had fades before he died, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's pretty much like the LA DNA, you know what I'm saying? It evolved, but it overall it stayed the same, you know what I'm saying? The O.G.s, like, they still around, you know what I'm saying? Giving niggas game and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, just when I look up and look around, like, it's the OG shit, you know what I'm saying? Which was like the curl and, you know, shit from that shit, you know what I'm saying? And then it's the me, you know what I'm saying, which is the current shit. So, you know, I just blend it in, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's something I can't shake, you know. What I say, product of Reaganomics. This motherfucker Trump in office, you know what I'm saying? You know, fucking product of the crack era, crack babies, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know how certain shit, like certain artists that say like songs write theyself? Like a lot of my shit is just pretty much like, it's just pretty much my story, you know what I'm saying? And the shit that I'm thinking. So it's not like I just go in like, I'm gonna talk about this, I'm gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, you know, shit that was, you know, going on in conversations maybe that week, you know what I mean? And shit that I've been thinking about, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why I said it, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I mean, I don't, like, you know, again, I ain't trying to preach, but like, if you go back in history, that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas came over here as slaves, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how it's that's the DNA of the fucking country, you know what I'm saying? So, I think that like younger people actually need to know, like, outside of like, yeah, fuck Trump, but like, why fuck Trump, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and just like the shit that Reagan did as far as like the black community is concerned, you know what I'm saying? How they helped fuck it up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, get that revolving door going where it's staying fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Put some shit there, put jail here, and, you know, call us animals and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And niggas are stuck in a revolving door, so. All blue, I pretty much work with the same production team, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm just trying to craft something different, you know what I'm saying? And something that lasts for a long time, you know what I'm saying? So, Polyboy, Westside Webb, Casey Khalil, and a dude named Nabien, you know what I mean? That's pretty much who I work with on the project. It was just trying to like enhance the sound. Like I ain't really trying to change it, just like enhance, like evolve it, you know what I'm saying? And just get a little more broader. That's why I got songs like Back and Forth and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I got a lot of shit to talk about, you know? I did a lot of living, I'm still doing it, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Like I was surprised that Shit Don't Stop, when Shit Don't Stop came out. That's what surprised me, like, oh, okay, motherfuckers is fucking with it outside of the city and outside of the area. Like All Blue, like I work pretty hard on that shit. So, you know, that's just, you know, the fruits of my hard work, you know what I mean? I had people come through and drop verses. Like I got a lot of songs, like a lot of access, you know what I'm saying, from that project. But it just, I mean, that's what felt right, you know what I mean? So, you know, I went with it, you know what I mean? I'm not really anti-feature, but at the same time, I feel like me coming in as a new artist and shit, like I need to display my talents, you know what I'm saying? And like heavy features ain't really gonna like show motherfuckers that I know how to hold my own, you know what I mean? You know what they say, man, eagles fly alone, man. Pigeons flock together, yes, yeah, so, you know.